So what did I think when Julie said, let's go to Everest Base Camp? Let's trek. I'd never been trekking before in my life. But I thought, what a way for her to spend her 50th birthday actually on base camp. So we booked, and we looked forward to it for 15 months. And eventually, the time came. So the idea was to fly to Kathmandu, a small plane to Lukla, and then trek through Ghat, Monjo to Namche Bazaar. Day's rest onto Port Sithega, through Dole to Machermo, and then another day's rest at Gokyo. The day's rest at Gokyo would involve climbing the dreaded Gokyo Retho. After that, we headed across the glacier to Zongla, through the dreaded Chola Pass to La Bouche, and then on to Gorak Shep, which was the original base camp for Mount Everest. There we trekked to base camp, 3.5 hours there, 3.5 hours back. Back to Gorak Shep. The next day, we climbed the famous Kalapatar, 5,550 metres high. That was it in a nutshell, but as you'll see through this film, there was more to it than meets the eye. So we're off. The trek begins. Up and down stairs, through narrow tracks, across bridges, as you can see, waiting for the local traffic, and eventually we reached our first point of call, the little town of Gat, where we saw our first taste of our new accommodation. Now, Gokyo-ri was a real challenge, but we made it to the top. But when I woke up that morning at the wilderness camp and took one look up the valley towards the Chola Pass, I really had some doubts about what was going to happen that day. And I was right to worry, because it was a challenging trek. Not really a trek, more of a climb. But with the group's help and with the porter's help and my loyal Sherpas, they managed to drag me up to the top. And I must say, what a feeling when we got there. It was unbelievable. And I can only say it was a real achievement for me to do the famous Chola Pass. So, we were ready to go to base camp, the real reason we came on the trek in the first place. So tomorrow will be the big day. We're going to head for base camp. We've been across glaciers, up and down rock faces, around trails with sheer drops of 500 metres at the side, but I don't think anything can prepare us for what's going to happen tomorrow at this legendary place where the summiteers head for the top of the tallest mountain in the world. So we're looking forward to it, and we don't know what it's going to bring us, but let's go. So there you have it. That was the trip. One I'll remember for the rest of my life, and I'm sure Julie will as well, for more reasons than I have. But I'd just like to thank World Expeditions for being a fantastic host. To Prashant Basnet, the chief guide, who was unbelievable and saved one of our group's lives. I'd like to thank the porters for carrying all that stuff for us. I'd like to thank the Sherpas for showing us the way to go and helping me up a few of those hard climbs. I hope I get the chance to go back to Nepal one day, and I'm sure it's a trip we'll always remember. Hope you've enjoyed the film, and I'll see you after our next trek.